Yep. Tuesday, it's just me tonight. Just going to do a brief little chat here for 20 minutes or so. I want to get off before 7:30 because I'm pretty sure it's around then that in the UK they're going to be um, announcing the outcome of the current situation in the courts with Julian Assange. And let's just hope that some justice gets done around that whole scenario for an Aussie citizen. We need to be supporting him. If you don't know what's going on there, please look it up and do some of your own research about it all. But anyway, I got a little bit sad news tonight to start with. On Thursday night, I was going to be performing at a night, a Rock for Peace night at the Prince Consort in Brisbane, which is a night that celebrates the life and the work of good friend Richie York, who's one of the leading music journalists of the last 40, 50 years. Passed away a few years ago now. But we have a night at the Prince Consort where they have the York Suites set up where artists and people can use those rooms to help develop their careers. But the night has to be postponed for various reasons. So we'll let you know when that's going to happen again. So if you were intending to go Thursday night to the Prince Consort for the Rock for Peace night, it's not going to be happening. So please just take note of that and let anyone know you may know was going to go, let them know about it. Tonight, I'm just going to play a couple of things along the way, a couple of videos. And look, one thing I wanted to talk about was I was talking to some friends the other week about food. I love mucking around with cooking. You know, I'm certainly not a chef or anyone who can do anything special, but I've got my little things I like mucking around with. I love making Chinese dumplings. I love making Chinese soup. Chinese food, my decades spent basically being in China quite regularly. I just love Chinese food. And the range that you get of flavors is just amazing. And I'm also mucking around with, I muck around with a bit of Italian food. I want to learn more about Indian cooking. And I love Korean food. Kimchi, I'm trying to get to cook it properly. Well, not so much cook it, but make it properly. Love kimchi. And when I was talking to some friends the other week, we were talking about how in Western countries like Australia, we have some great food. I mean, our seafood and our steaks are just brilliant. And the fresh vegetables we have, we're so lucky with the quality of the product we have. But there aren't really many, distinctive Australian flavors. When you're in China, a lot of the dishes you make, you've got your sauces you use, your oyster sauce, your fish sauce, your sesame oil, different things that give it its taste. You go, oh, that's Chinese. And Japanese, particularly in the Asian countries, Japanese, the flavors they have, or you eat something, that tastes very Korean. When we'd be in Beijing, we'd often go to take friends that came over there with us to a Tibetan restaurant that was near the Australian Embassy, actually. And the flavors were just amazing. And the food, they're like this whole blend of like Indonesian, Malaysian, Chinese. These whole flavors come together in these really amazing curries. And there was this red wine we'd get. I can't remember, or I don't know if I've even asked what it was, but it's red wine we get it was a nice red wine. You take a sip. About 2 seconds after, you get this really strong taste of toffee apple coming on the back of it. It was just amazing. But anyway, think about all these great flavors. We're thinking, well, what's unique about Australia in flavor terms? And like, even though we've got great meat, we've got great seafood and all that, flavors, we're kind of stuck to think, well, if you taste something, you say, oh, that's Chinese food or that's Korean food. But what separates Australian food from a good New Zealand dish or Canadian dish or American or, UK dish? The flavors are sort of pretty similar, except for a few distinct things. And I made a little post about one of our distinct flavors, the mighty Vegemite, and I got a lot of comments about it. So I just want to have if anyone wants to make any comments as they're watching on or they're listening on through the various sites that I stream this little ditty out on, let us know your thoughts on how you eat Vegemite. But for people, anyone who sees this little video now or later, goes a bit funny because I've got the backdrop thing on, but this is our Aussie dish. It's got a very unique salty taste to it. And normally I thought for any friends that overseas that see it, I'd just explain a bit about it. Normally, you would have it on toast. That's the traditional way. You get a nice hot bit of toast, melt the butter, and spread the Vegemite on it. And you'd eat Vegemite on toast. And most Aussies were raised on that, and we develop a taste for it, and we love it. But then there's variations on the way you can eat Vegemite. For example, personally, one of my favorites growing up was having Vegemite with tomato on it and cheese, and then tomato sauce on top of it. Other people I've recently, or last, yep, Benno introduced me to the wonders of Vegemite and peanut butter, or peanut paste, as we tend to call it. How brilliantly that works. Vegemite cottage cheese, another great description. So if you've got any ideas on how you like to eat your Vegemite, please share it in the comments. Let us know. And like, give it, for those who don't know, who watching don't know, it's got this wonderful black texture to it, and it can be eaten by the spoonful, which is not an unusual thing to do, in my opinion. But I do have to say, when I lived in Los Angeles, or I'd be in Beijing or different parts of China, get hold of some Vegemite, and I would encourage my friends to try it. About 50% of them did. About 50% of them looked at it and said, no, we're not interested in tasting stuff that looks like tar. And of those that did try it, very few came back for seconds. So this is people who weren't raised in Australia. They really struggled with the taste. But I can tell you, I don't think there'd be an Australian household, or very, very few, very small number, who don't have Vegemite in their cupboard. And very few Aussies who don't like it. If you are a person who doesn't like Vegemite, share your thoughts about that and why you don't like it. But me, I'm a huge Vegemite fan, and I'm keen to hear the different ways it can be used. I'd love to know, has anyone got any recipes that they use in cooking where they use a real significant Vegemite flavor through their cooking? Because that may be something we should explore more. How do we get the Vegemite flavor into our dishes, so when people taste it, they say, oh, that's Chinese, that's Korean, they say, oh, that's Australian. There you go, the Vegemite. Is that the solution for our lack of distinct flavor? And look, if I'm missing the point too, if people think that we do have a distinct flavor, let me know. I just think we have great food, but besides Vegemite, I struggle to see what our distinct flavor is. Okay, Bundy rum, sure, but how that fits in the food category, we can probably debate that one. But Vegemite certainly does the deal. And look, I'm not just putting it on. It's not unusual for me to grab some Vegemite and just have a good munch on it. Love the stuff. It gives a nice little drink. Now, a couple of little ads I'm going to do. Hang on. Susie Haylock, you have a Vegemite cookbook. I went to school with Susie. Susie, that's like brilliant. Is there any way do you have a way of sharing any of those recipes anytime? Send it to me. I'd love to just put them up there somewhere and let people know. And first of all, I'd love to try them. And in your Vegemite cookbook, do you have a favorite dish? Let me know, Suze. What you saying? You send cheese to your daughter in Holland. Can't they get it in Holland? Wow. Even in Beijing, there was this Aussie store that was stocking it in Beijing, and you could order it around the country in China. So it was available across China. So Holland should get their act together, I reckon. No, that's great. What your daughter doing in Holland too? That's awesome. What a brilliant place. Hang on. Another mate of mine, Simon. Vegemite butter corn on the cob wrapped in alfoil, cooked on the barbie. Mate, I've been to barbies at your place. You had me there singing at your house, which I really appreciate, brother. And you never bought that out. You got some catching up to do, Simon. We need to do a barbecue at your house again and do the corn wrapped in alfoil cooked on the barbecue. That sounds really good, particularly, yeah, obviously put the butter on first, wrap the veggie, then cover it in Vegemite wrapped up in alfoil. I like your thinking. It's very, very good. Little promo I got to do. I'd like to thank Simon for grabbing some tickets to the show, mate. You legend. But I do have a little show coming up. Where's my little banner thing here? Okay. I'm still getting my head around doing all these things properly. Chat, there's a comment here. So if you look down my little bottom there, I've got my 70s Unplugged show at the Hotel Metropole on April the 13th. It's $20 a ticket. I've been working on the show for about a year now, I guess, and finally we're getting out there. I've done. Some people have seen the early versions of it, the rough versions of it, but it's very much refined now. And I'm celebrating songs that I grew up with, because the 70s were all school years for me, primary and high school years. And of course, during that time, you're influenced by everything. You have your first experience in so many ways during those years. And normally with those experiences, you tend to get music often associated with your memories and your experiences. So I've chosen a whole pile of songs that have been important to me and put them together in a show. I've actually cut up about 60 videos that go with them at the show, and I tell stories about it. And it's me and my guitar. It's not a big production. It is called an Unplugged show for a reason. It's not unplugged. I plugged my guitar in, but it's like the MTV Unplugged shows, bringing the songs back to their basics, which is how I've played, spent a lot of my career doing songs that way. So please, if you're out Ipswich Way or South Brisbane or down the Goldie or Lockyer Valley or Toowoomba, wherever you are, and you'd like to come to my show, this is my first proper rollout. And the Hotel Metropole, we're upstairs in their function room. It's a great little room, really nice little room. And Shane, who runs the venue there with his family, they're great people. You can buy meals at the show, and it'll be sort of opening up about 7:30. The show kicks off, I think, at 8, and round about there. But it won't be a late one. It'll be done by 10:30. You can be home on the bed drinking a nice glass of red by 11 o'clock if you're in the vicinity. So please, it's only a small room. So if you want to come along, grab tickets, just go to my website, which is nickphillips.com, and go to the gigs page, and then you can buy tickets at that. And I'll put that up a bit later on. But I'm just going to take a moment to play a little promo of that show. And it goes for 90 seconds or so, but I'll just play this, and I'll be back in a sec. Love somebody, we are. So that's my show, 30th of April. There will be hopefully lots and lots of those shows coming up very shortly. But if you want to be part of something special, the real first rollout, please turn up. And I hope I'm pretty excited to get this one out there. Actually, it's really good. I do open the show with a little bit of a intro to myself and some of my original stuff. I'm going to play a couple of those videos in a while, just to tell people who may not know too much about me what my music's about. But so many musicians were all influenced by music we grew up with, and what artists have done. And it's been a pleasure to put these songs together into something that means something to me. And I know a lot of my friends in my generation group are going to recognize the songs and be as emotionally attached to many of them as I am. Another little promo I'm going to do is this Friday, Good Friday. Everything's closed except the Blue Water Festival down at Shorncliffe near Sandgate there. We got the start of the Brisbane to Gladstone yacht race happens, and um, in the morning. And it's a wonderful sight, wonderful event down there. And the festival looks like the weather's going to be clearing up. Looks like the rain. The prediction is the rain's clearing. And when we've had good weather down there, you can get like 7, 8, 9,000 people down there on the beach, and it's entertainment all day. So you got Ange and Harry playing from midday. They're doing some songs there. I'm on at 4 o'clock, 4 to 4 p.m. Going on beyond that, you got a number of bands. You got the Aussie band coming on, and night's wrapping up with the Creedence Clearwater Band, and those boys are awesome. Really, really good show. And then we have fireworks that wrap up the night. So that one's coming up on Friday. And then Saturday, to back it up, the big Tuffy, and myself are going to be just up the hill from the Shorncliffe Pier at the Full Moon Hotel. We're going to be doing our gig up there on Saturday night from 8 p.m. And once again, here's a little promo about those in case you need to get dates and everything else. Just rewind the video and catch up what you need to catch about it. But here's Tough and Nick. Hey, Good Friday. I'm going to be playing at the Blue Water Festival down at the waterfront at Shorncliffe, kicking off at 4 o'clock. Mate, what's happening Easter Saturday?
Well, together, me and Nick back at the Full Moon after New Year's, right here. Easter Saturday.
Going to be a big one?
Hopefully it's going to be a great one. Like New Year's Eve was an absolutely awesome night.
Good on your bunny ears.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, Nick.
Yeah?
How come my head looks really little and your looks really huge? So I've got a little tiny little head. I might get closer. There we go.
See you Easter Saturday.
Yeah. Here you go. Try. Normal head.
Hey. And again, I'm not that technical. No, it's great working with Tough, and we have a lot of fun doing what we do, and we take nothing serious. We our sets, we just work as we go. Generally led by the crowd, what you guys want to hear. And between us, we pretty much have every song covered, I think. I did top up my Vegemite spoon during the little break there. Well, I've got the blurred out thing going on, so there you go. For anyone who's popping into this stream recently, or you're seeing the video at a later date and you've just started seeing it now, I was talking earlier about how so many countries of the world have really distinctive flavors in their food, and how in Aussie we have great food. Our seafood, our steaks and veggies are just fantastic. But like, certain sauces work to make a Chinese taste or a Korean taste, or kimchi in Korean, or the Japanese. A lot of the Asian countries in particular, France, of course, French, Italian, they have very specific taste to their food. And while Australia, New Zealand, UK, US, Canada, probably places like us, we have good food. We don't have as distinctive taste. An African dish, it's got those Moroccan type flavors to certain areas, or Indian flavors. What their flavors are, and it got to be thinking about what's great Aussie flavors. Some friends of mine were talking to me. When we can't write off Vegemite, and so I've been just telling a few people about the great benefits of Vegemite, the taste, different ways you can eat it. A friend of mine, Susie Haylock, says that she's got a recipe book for making dishes with Vegemite. I love that idea. I really do. But if you're seeing this video and you have ideas, please put in the comments things about Vegemite that you particularly love. Now, what I'm finding in doing my little chats, and normally I've been talking to other people when I do them, is what a fly hanging around. That's very Aussie. I'm not trying to do anything major here. This is as incredibly low tech as you get. And I know over the week, different things, you get a few hundred people see the video, and that's fine because it's just in my little local neighborhood and my network. And just as a way to catch up with people and just share some thoughts and ideas. And a lot of people who know me from my live gigging as a soloist and everything else. And they know I've done other things in music, but very few really know that my background fully. But I've had about 8 albums out, and a pile of different other songs. I've written a lot of other songs for different people. And I would love people to check those out. Once again, my website, netphillips.com. I'll just put that little thing up there. Where is it? There we go. If you go there, you can read my bio, see all the videos that we've done, my albums. You can buy my albums, download them, please. Streaming. I actually got a royalties thing the other week that was about $1.40 or something for the quarter, so it was just ridiculous. But there's no way to make money through streaming for indie artists, for local artists. And we really need people to please take the time to buy the albums online and download them. It's not a lot of money we don't put on our products, but it's years and years of what we'd make for streaming by selling one album. So please take that time to have a look at the albums there. So that's my website, netphillips.com. Now, my early stuff, my early albums, I was much more of a rock kid. And I thought I'm just going to play one of my songs from those. Well, it's from an album that came out in 97, I think it was, called Four Poet Steps. And it was engineered and produced by Jeff Lovejoy and Michael Flanders at the old Red Z Studios. It was a legendary place in Brisbane, the birthplace of acts like Regurgitator. I don't know if the Powderfinger Boys recorded there. I'm sure they would have, because it was around that time. But Ian or any guys, if you do get to hear any of this, just let us know, did Powderfinger ever record there? A lot of artists did. Anyway, this is one of my songs. I'm going to play the video. It takes about 3.5, 4 minutes to play. It's a little song called Bleeding Valentine. And this is like the start of my little journey.
Missing pieces falling from the sky solidify the ground that I walk upon. It's unfamiliar. I read your thoughts and you read mine. Go to speak at the same time. I'm a bleeding Valentine. I love you on a higher plane I have ever known. I love you, I love you. I love you on a higher plane I have ever known. I love you, I love you. Touching you under your skin, feel the presence wash on in, all over and all around. Every sight and sound fills my ears and fills my brain. Take the pleasure and the pain. I'm a bleeding Valentine. I love you on a higher plane I have ever known. I love you, I love you. I love you on a higher plane I have ever known. I love you, I love you. This depth of soul I've never heard. Keep telling myself, don't be absurd. Missing pieces.
Anyway, you can see the rest of that on my website, netphillips.com. Please check it out. And I was a lot skinnier then. Because I had the mighty Jason Millhouse on guitar, had Todd Gilmore on bass, Marty Smith on drums. It was a really, really good band we had back then. Really good band. Great players. And I really enjoyed those days. Hey, I'm going to wrap this up soon because they're about to make an announcement, I believe, on the Julian Assange case, and I do want to see that live. Please come out and see me at the Ipswich show on April the 13th, Saturday, April 13th, for my 70s Unplugged show. $20 a ticket. Next week, I'll see what I can get on to have a chat too, or if you'd like to come on, have a chat with me about anything, please let me know. I might play some live songs next week. But I'm going to wrap up tonight with another one of my songs, which was more of my recent times. It's in the 2000s. And the songs from the Fourth Floor album. Once again, you can hear all this stuff on my website, so please check it out. Good Friday on Blue Water Fest, I'll be there. Saturday, Tuffy and I will be at the Full Moon. But once again, please remember, April the 13th, Saturday night at the Metropole Hotel at Ipswich. I'd love you to come along for that one. But grab tickets. If you can't grab tickets through my website or calling the venue, at least message me and let me know you want tickets held, because it's only about 100 or so seats in the room. And we're getting close to, we're selling a lot of them off at the moment. It's going very well. But anyway, if you've got a Vegemite story, let me know. Why do Vegemite? Woo! Maybe Vegemite should sponsor my little podcast or something. Wouldn't that be awesome? I'd uncover their name properly. This camera, it's like rubbing your head and tummy and all that stuff. There we go. The veggies. Love it. Enjoy your Vegemite. Go and play a little clip to take this out. A little song called Postcard. As a songwriter, think about this song. I had a number of friends who at the time were going through a pile of issues, marriage split-ups and everything else. So I just took things that were happening around me and I put them into a collage of a story, and that story became the song Postcard. But it's not about one particular thing. It's about a range of different things that I had friends that were going through at the time. And I often write songs like that, doing that type of stuff. But thanks for the little chat. I'll do this again next Tuesday. Hopefully come out to my gigs. See you at the Blue Water Fest. Everyone take care. I'll do Postcard, then I'll wrap it up because I want to get on and see what's happening with the Assange decision. Fingers crossed, eh?
Box full of memories, tied up in ribbon and lace. Was I a victim of chance or an easy target or another line on your face? It hit me like a rock, didn't see it coming. I still got your picture right beside this postcard telling me